Cookie, we found your pants.
Well, hello! It's about time. Now, what should I do with this barrel?
I save on like a beat.
Does anyone know how to fix the copier? Also, I'm covered in blood.
Hey, checking microphone, test
If we
one.
could silence all chewing on set, we are picking up some slight chewing. It sounds like a bubble gum or a gummy candy of some sort. Silence all chewing, please.
Hello, I'm on the microphone. Who's too close?
Did anybody else see what happened in the copy machine room? Because there's blood everywhere.
Okay, and can we get a silence from the fanfare, the king of space? There are no sounds in space.
Come on down to Barbecue Street all week for some great deals on food and fixins'. Mondays, it's 25% off Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings. Tuesdays, it's 50% off whatever Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings are left over from Monday. Wednesday, we've got 10% off our famous Dry Spice Ribs. But make sure to come back on Thursday for 60% off a sampler platter of Monday's leftover Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings and Wednesday's Dry Spice Ribs. Fridays, we kick things up a notch when you can get a free order of Buffalo Blasted Chicken Wings and Dry Spiced Rib Soup just for walking in the door. And you're not going to want to miss Saturdays when we'll give you $10 just to take some of these rotten chicken wings and ribs out of here. You don't even have to eat them, you just have to take them with you. Sundays we're closed to hose the place down. Barbecue Street. You're probably going to want to come in on Monday.
My name is Jaden Funk, and I want to teach you slam poetry. But talk is cheap, right? Cheap like a toy made in China by kids in sweatshops working 9 to 5 like Dolly Parton. The interruption. But North Korea just dropped a nuclear bomb on us, just like I dropped a bomb. Mom and Dad, I'm not running the family business. Mom and Dad, I want to be a slam poet artist. To be happy like a megastore smiley face, you have to wear a matching vest just like everybody else. Ding dong, welcome to heaven. The most powerful words to any true-blooded American. So talk isn't cheap, but my class is. $50 for the 8-week session at the Rosewood at the...
Hi, I'm Cookie Masterson, and if you don't believe in mermaids, then what is this right here? Huh? Okay, I want you two to shake hands. Harder. Harder. There's your hardware. If you think another player is clueless, screw them and make them answer immediately. If they miss it, you win extra cash. And your wrong answer of the game is being sponsored by
the 24-hour Wicker Store, because there's no telling when you'll need a wicker fix.
Find the wrong answer associated with our sponsor to get yourself some sweet prizes and bonus cash. And so it begins.
Get ready, time for question. One.
Kicking things off, let's talk about sext. Which of these sext messages would a sexting sexton be most likely to send to his significant other? This church graveyard is making me so horny right now. I'm wearing my construction hat and nothing else. My penis is starting to look like a skyscraper I once designed. Or, get ready, I'm sending you a pic of my junk yard. Watch the clock. Player one. This is deeply titillating. I mean disappointing. This is deeply disappointing. Ready for this? A sexton is a church official responsible for maintaining the church property and performing related duties, such as digging graves. Yeah, and I bet he likes to do it in the rectory.
Oh, Mama, gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. Say it so.
Here's one I like to call, sure the Vice Lords are dangerous, but can they dance? And you just wandered into dis or dat territory. Player one. Your score's looking a little thin. You take this one and try and fatten it up. I'm going to read off 7 names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's a gang listed on the FBI's National Gang Threat Assessment or a boy band. If it's a gang, press the square button. If it's a boy band, press the circle button. Player two. Lock in your answer before player one, because if player one gets it wrong and you get it right, you steal the cash. Okay, we're off. Backstreet Boys, 10 Mile Boys, B-Boys, Pop It Off Boys, Boyzone, Hot Boys, Star Boys. Not bad, not good enough to be a member of Pop It Off Boys, but not bad. I'm sick of boy bands getting all the attention over girl groups. I mean, what's NSYNC got that One Direction doesn't? Those girls are talented and attractive.
Dance with me, Disco 3.
Take a good look at Just Trolling. Why were the three Billy Goats gruff so gruff? It's not easy being a baby goat. It's not easy being a lady goat. It's not easy being a boy goat. Or it's not easy being a castrated goat. Player 2, watch that clock. Player 1. Nuts. That's wrong. This would have worked. A billy goat is a male goat. It's not easy, especially since goats don't wear pants and everyone can see your billy goat stuff. Here's a good one. Over easy in 60 seconds. So recently, I've switched over to only eating cage-free eggs. I was just feeling so guilty about eating eggs from an animal that wasn't allowed the simple luxury of moving around a few inches in a hot, crowded barn all day. In fact, I've been thinking I should extend my cage-free policy to other things in my life, like movies. So tell me, if I only wanted to consume Nicolas Cage-free movies, what film would it be okay for me to watch? Adaptation, Kick-Ass, The Expendables 2, or The Wicker Man? Player 2, do something! Player 1. Nick Cage was an adaptation, Kick-Ass, and The Wicker Man, but The Expendables 2 is Nicolas Cage-free, making it fine for me to watch. I know going Nicolas Cage-free is the moral thing to do, but I'm gonna have to find some way to supplement my life with all the random screaming I'm missing. Player 2. Oh, the humanity! Let's try Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus.
Seen on the cover of the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album. Kangaroo, Peanut, Albert Einstein, or Uranus. Player 2. While many celebrities and world leaders grace the cover of the iconic album cover, Einstein can barely be seen over John's right shoulder. Although, to be fair, if you squint, Ringo sort of looks like a kangaroo. Player 1. That brings a close to round 1. Don't forget, all the questions in round 2 are worth double. And remember, you got those screws sitting there. I didn't hand them out for my health. Up next, Buzzkill Feed. What would be included in a BuzzFeed article, 12 people who are totally named Buzz? A gif of the first person to walk on the moon, a gif of the second person to walk on the moon, a gif of the third person to walk on the moon, or a gif of the last person to walk on the moon? Player 2, watch the time. Player 1, check please. Were you thinking of this one? Buzz Aldrin was the second person to walk on the moon after Neil Armstrong. You also might find him in the BuzzFeed article, 15 people who wanted to murder Neil Armstrong.
Question 7.
Get up and shake your monkey bang.
Next, when you wish upon a dead, shriveled hand. Suppose instead of wishing on a star, Geppetto made a wish using the monkey's paw from the famous short story. What might happen to Pinocchio? He'd come to life for 24 hours, then revert back to a puppet. He'd come to life, then Geppetto would get 6 more wishes. He'd come to life, but there would be terrible consequences, or he would not come to life at all. Player 2, clock's a-ticking. Players 1 and 2. In the short story The Monkey's Paw, a couple is given a magical monkey's paw that grants wishes, but every wish comes at a terrible price. That's why I never trust monkeys with wishes. If I ever hire a monkey, it's to dress up in a tuxedo, play the cymbals, and eat bugs out of my hair. That's it.
Follow me down to the sea.
Here's one for you. Let's get ready to crumble.
Cookie fortune sweat. Cookie fortune, cookie master set.
Okay, for this next question. Oh, great, the lights went out. We could be here for a while. Luckily, I always keep a flashlight, bottled water, and a giant bag of fortune cookies. Okay, let's see what she says. It's better to have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Yeah, obviously. But for which of these characters is this advice too late? A Clockwork Orange's Alex, The Catcher in the Rye's Holden, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest's McMurphy, or A Streetcar Named Desire's Blanche? Player 210's running out. Player 1, you got it. No, you didn't. Player 2, sorry, no takebacks. Next time, try this. At the end of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, McMurphy is lobotomized before being mercifully suffocated by the chief. Spoiler alert for a 1975 movie.
Okay, Cookie, the power is back on. Cookie? Cookie?
I'm right behind you, Bob.
Cookie, don't try to suffocate me with a pillow again. You're lost.
Try this on for size. Wile E. Conspiracy. Suppose Wile E. Coyote is chasing Roadrunner around the Texas School Book Depository building. If he falls out the window from where Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly shot John F. Kennedy, what will you hear? 3 floors worth of a falling sound, then a thunk. 4 floors worth of a falling sound, then a crash. 5 floors worth of a falling sound, then a thud. Or 6 floors worth of a falling sound, then a kerplunk. Player 2, watch the time. Player 1. The totally accurate and untainted Warren Report claimed that Lee Harvey Oswald shot Kennedy from the 6th floor of the Texas School Book Depository building. Of course, witnesses claim they saw a completely different coyote fall off the grassy knoll down the street, and the Warren Report still stands by the ridiculous single anvil theory. This one's known as cinephile dysfunction. Let's say some old guy pops a Viagra and then sits down to watch an insanely long porno. According to the official Viagra website, at what point should he immediately call a doctor if he still has an erection? The 2-hour mark of Dong with the Wind? The 4-hour mark of Dr. Javage-O? The 6-hour mark of Apocalypse Now? Or the 8-hour mark of The Hobbit, the masturbation of Smaug? Players 1 and 2? The official Viagra website states that if you have an erection that lasts over 4 hours, you should call a doctor immediately. Hey, it's clear that the old guy from the question isn't me, right? It's some other person. Yeah, it's just totally not me. And that's why it's funny, because it's a completely different person who doesn't resemble me at all. That's good writing. Welcome to the attack. When you see 2 clues that match, press the X button. $2,000 if you're right. 2,000 gone if you're wrong. And don't ever forget.
Remember the clue.
It's gotta be a match that fits this clue. Oh, hey, did I ever mention I killed my own brother? Sometimes brothers just don't get along. Good luck. Takes it! Well, player one, you ended up with more cash than player two, but since both of you ended up below zero, you owe me money. I'll accept checks or money orders made out to...
You don't know Jack!
Okay, everybody, if you're not sure what to do right now, maybe just fiddle with some knobs, try to look busy.